Man, what's up, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another video. Um, I'll preface this by saying, I just recently watched a video from Iron in the Soul. Shout out to that brother. And he basically surmised exactly the space I'm currently in, where, at the old job, which I've talked about, I basically was faced with a moral, ethical, philosophical, principle dilemma in which there were some things going on at the job that were grossly unethical, grossly negligent. Um, and I attempted to address the issues for whatever the reason. And what's wild about it too is that this particular institution, a lot of the staff members practiced witchcraft and had books on their bookshelf. Now I hadn't really been in society like that, so and I heard people talk about it, but I never knew how pronounced it was and how many people are going to the dark side for this power, but seemingly are still powerless in their personal lives. Yet I digress. So, in so many words, because my brain is able to translate what people say and what they're not saying and what they really mean when they say certain things. And it was basically, they were telling me just do your job. Like basically, like when they just tell you, like in the NBA, just shut up and play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not supposed to have an opinion about this other stuff. To which my rebuttal was, this stuff is affecting, the ability to do the job because now I'm having to deal with stuff that shouldn't be in here. Um, no, I guess I would term it gaslighting. But then no, it was then, they were basically then when my supervisor, Bonquisha, was basically telling me that what I saw, I didn't see. So my brain starts to tell like, man, I'm gone anyway, bro. So okay, I leave. I go into this, or I attempt to go to a training to get into the solar field. Seemingly, it's not working, even though I could use it for my own purposes, right? Of course, I have to generate some type of income, and what I'm currently doing is sustaining, but it's not enough to really make strides in the areas that I really want to make. So I found myself using the analogy of almost like escaping Egypt. My past fears, doubts are in hot pursuit now that I've escaped. But yet I'm faced with a sea that I can't, you know, get past. So I'm caught between the sea and an old life and the perception uh, or the inklings that, people want to see me fall because I was the only one who, quote unquote, stood on business. I stood for what's right. Uh, I wasn't willing to drop my ethics, my standards, my code of conduct. And then they also kind of worded it in the sense of um, the owner had asked her, was I ready to be supervised? Like, well, if you just play nice and if you just woo the woo the woo, one day you can be supervisor, salary position, whatever. Nah, I ain't. I ain't willing to do it. And I mean, honestly, to be totally transparent, like I wondered, like sometimes, did I make the right decision because I elected to leave? Does that mean that I wasn't strong enough to stay in it? The reoccurring income bi-weekly, whatever, whatever, whatever. But then I'm like, had I done that for convenience purposes, I would have lost the thing that actually makes me great in their eyes, in my own eyes, which is the very things I aforementioned. So I let to leave, and this was the second time I did it for the exact same reason. So it must be somebody that hired me back after I quit on them, which was kind of like a slight to them, and it was because once you lose respect for people, you just treat them any kind of way. I don't respect y'all enough to give y'all no 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, I might flash out in here with all the witchcraft and just like the clients not respecting the staff because they see they can sleep with them. So when you see you kind of treat hoes like hoes. You don't respect them. You don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? That was just a whole wild type of situation. Um, so I kind of in that between play, and then like I said, I got into the solar thing, and then okay, um, like I'm not beyond working. I'm a great worker. I ultimately like to be the owner one day. However, I know you got work to get to that point. Try a plethora of things, business wise, you know, reaching out, making connections. Seemingly none of it's worked. However, and it's been like the 2 times since I've been, out of work. However, whenever I needed money, for a bill or maintenance on my car or something just pops up, somehow I always had the money, or I had a financial resource I wasn't aware of at the time, or I made enough money delivering, or I had a super duper day delivering orders that wasn't burdensome more. So now I'm well better suited in it, because I've seen his. Now he's been sustaining me. It's just different because now he's sustaining me financially with that which he allowed me to have, right? So, Iron Soul was talking about, well, what do you do in the meantime, for you wait for this breakthrough? And that's the key thing that he said that really stuck out to me was, it seems like, based on, I've applied for other jobs that I really don't want. I've tried other areas. It's seeming it's not fitting, or I don't have the experience, even though I have the education, or vice versa. It's just not fitting. He said, well, what do you do in the meantime, Keep banging. Keep working, keep reading, keep praying, keep fast. And I already knew that, but it was a blessing just to hear from somebody else to give confirmation. Just keep going till I get the breakthrough. Because technically, to get to this point, I was all out of options. And then the breakthrough came. But I had done everything I knew how to do, or that came to mind, or that was in my ability to do so. So this is just, developing the character and striving for excellence. And that's why I feel like sometimes it'll be hard for me to work a job unless it's something new that I'm learning, because I hold everybody to a certain standard. Now at the job, like, they seem to benefit, they said they felt safe, and my ability to lead, and or just wisdom, or just instinctually knowing what to do. And then I got a pretty decent disposition, so people like working, they like talking to me personally, whatever. But I really don't know what I'm gonna do now. Case in point, it was maintenance time. I had to get got a foreign car. Nothing super spectacular, but nothing super spectacular. But what happened? It ended up being $1,000 for, like, tune up on a foreign car. Need 2 back tires. It came like 12,000 something, like maybe like 1,100. And that was with a deal. And I said, God darn. But I had a financial resource that hit simultaneously as when all this popped up. So he's shown again to sustain me. Just got hit with child support again. Had another financial route, rectify that while I'm stringing along here. And I know in previous seasons of life, I don't initially get out of it but I'll keep getting a stay of execution. So while I'm waiting, what am I doing? And I face discouragement and frustration. That's why I be going on my fast to kind of recenter myself. And I know because he's shown me that. It's just, it don't happen when I want it to happen. And that's always been like I'm just better suited to deal with it, or at least be mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, keep banging, keep trying, keep exercising, keep reading, keep praying, keep reflecting. All the same stuff that essentially, not that I'm better, that puts me leaps and bounds beyond everyone around me, regardless of their education level. So, that's just a shout out to the brother, little Monday night, I guess, encouragement. Keep banging. What else you gonna do? Get banged on?